What's going on? It's me again. So, listen, of course, we're going to talk about the entire, Miss Shyneka, Claressa Shields next chapter, okay? Because if you didn't know, um, Claressa was on the radio show with Young Jock, Shorty, and Miss Shyneka called The Streets, I believe. It's a radio show here in Atlanta. I don't listen to the radio, so I'm not familiar with it. But I do know who Miss Shyneka is. I know Shorty. And of course, we know Young Jock. He's from the A, from College Park, right? So, all right. They were talking to her about a fight, of course, but then of everybody knows about the moment that Miss Shyneka asked her what everybody has failed to ask her when she's been on the Breakfast Club, when she's been on um, Tigger before he released his show because of the drama that's going on with his personal life right now. Nobody just straight up asked her the question that Miss Shyneka asked her, which was, how long are you willing to, be with somebody else's husband? I mean, it's a fair question because he, as in Papoose, is married still. And she may not like that fact, but she knew it going in. Here's the thing. It's different when ladies, we're out here in the regular world with regular men who are not known publicly, and we may meet them somewhere and we may not know that they are married, right? And we start dealing with them and all of this stuff, and then we find out that they're married, you know, by either bumping into the wife or the wife calling you, or however you may find out somebody is married. Okay. So, with that being said, that's not the situation with Claressa and Papoose. She went in his inbox knowing that he was married. At the time that she went in his inbox, nobody knew the state or the status of his marriage to Remy Ma, right? So it's not like she just started dating a man and then found out he was married. No, no. You went in his wife's inbox first, and then you went in his inbox intentionally. To add to that, everybody knew who this couple was, Remy Ma and Papoose, because they were on Love and Hip Hop. Okay? So it was no secret that this man was married. So then let's fast forward. Miss Shyneka asked the question she asked her. Claressa answered it the way she answered it. Okay. After that interview, of course, it went viral that she even had the guts to ask the question that men that was sitting in her face didn't even ask her. Okay. Not that men really care about stuff like that for real, but I'm just saying, not even a man asked her that question. The question heard around the world at this point. So Miss Shyneka was on another podcast. I don't recall the one right now. And what's up, y'all? And she was giving her opinion about the relationship that Papoose and Claressa has. And she really hasn't said anything any different than anybody has, to be honest with you. You know? And she even was saying, once again, bringing up Claressa's accolades, how, she don't have to be in this situation. Once again, nobody is questioning her on a professional level, talking about the personal, because that is what is out there. And that is what you want to flaunt and what you want to, throw in people's faces, like anybody really cares. Okay. Because don't nobody care that you Papoose. People care that, he was married, that he's in a very messy divorce that he won't let go of. And everybody knew that anyway. But then it didn't help that Remy Ma addressed the fact that he wants half of her money. And that's why the divorce has not gone through. This was after Claressa was sitting up with Miss Shyneka, Jock, and Shorty, and was saying how, oh, the reason he filed for a divorce was because of me, because he's serious about me, because he wants me. And I'm sitting here like, okay, If you don't know the timeline of when him and Claressa started together and him filing for divorce, it was almost a year. Okay. I will say this based off of my own experience, based off of what I know about men who I have talked to, as in I'm friends with, as in I have had no kind of sexual relationship with, men who have no reason to lie to me when we talk about these situations because they have nothing to lose by being honest with me. Okay. It don't take a man from the time you met him, which is July 6th, to the time that he filed for that divorce in May 2024. Okay, I'm sorry. July 6th, 2024. Okay, until May 22nd, 2025. It don't take a man that long to figure out he's serious about you. If he's serious about you. And if he's serious about you and he is married and is in a marriage that's over, he would handle that first. You feel me? Like, y'all got to understand, you have to look at the actions. You have to look at what's going on. Okay? When a man is serious about you, it's certain things he's not going to do. He ain't going to play in your face like Papoose playing in her face. When he is serious about you, if he really wanted something with you, he wouldn't be moving like Papoose is moving. Believe that. I don't like, here's the thing. As ladies, we have to understand what's real and what we would like to believe is real. In Claressa Shields' case, she would like to believe everything that she's saying about Papoose. She would like to believe that however she feeling about him, he feels the same way. It's simply not the case. Because if it were, and if he was not exactly who his wife said he is, then he wouldn't be trying to get half of her money. I already told y'all in my last live that a year for a divorce that's uncontested makes sense because of the courts and how slow they move. Welcome, Goofy TV. You said you're new. Welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. So the courts move slowly. A year of a divorce, okay, that makes sense, you know. But the way it's playing out, he is playing in Claressa's face and she don't want to see it. And here's why Claressa got upset after the fact. Claressa thought at the time of the interview that she really ate Mz Shyneka up in a good way, nice way, if you will. She really thought she ate that interview by answering a question that she answered and how she answered it, when really what she said didn't make any sense at all. Because you first said he's not married, but then you said if you gonna say he married, then call her his wife, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Didn't make any sense at all because somebody is married until they are divorced. Okay? Plain and simple. I don't care if they're no longer living together. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If something was to happen to Papoose, who are they going to call? It's not you, ma'am. Y'all remember that Tyler Perry movie? What was it? Diary of a Mad Black Woman? When Charles McCarter was cutting the food and ended up getting shot. And they was at the hospital and there was a life and death decision to make for Charles. The mistress was there. The wife was there. And the doctor went right on to the wife and said, what do we do? If something happened to Papoose today, not saying I want anything to happen to him, but if something was to happen to him today, that is the case in this scenario. Remy Ma is the one who is legally married to him. If he has anything, unless he has changed, like say he has like a life insurance policy or something like that, unless he has changed anything into Claressa's name as far as the beneficiary, Remy Ma gonna get that, boo. That's why it matters that he's still married. And people want to act like, oh, marriage is just a piece of paper. All right, okay. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I feel like this. Claressa got mad because she did not like the response of everybody saying what they were saying about the interview because it was not in her favor. And she stewed on it for a couple of days. Okay? What's going on? Okay, Las Vegas. Okay, so somebody asked me what this is about. I'm recapping the whole thing with Claressa Shields and Mz Shyneka, and then getting to what Claressa Shields today said today about Mz Shyneka. Okay, that's what we're talking about. So anyway, um, Claressa didn't like how the interview went. She couldn't stand how people responded to it. And she did not like the fact that Miss Shyneka got praised for asking her a tough question. And my thing is, if you're gonna walk around here and be with a married man and all of that, you can't get mad when people ask you why you decide to do that because you're so loud and proud about it. Why she Claressa said that was a dumb question. No, it's a valid question. And really, when people wonder why you choose in this situation, we're trying to tell you that you don't deserve this, ma'am. You don't deserve this. I don't know why that keeps missing her. Even with Alicia Baumgartner. Even Alicia Baumgartner said all her accolades and then said, why would she do this to herself? It seems like everybody else can see what you can't, and that is that you deserve more. You deserve better than this. On top of the fact that it's been said over and over again that the man is broke. And had you not considered, Claressa, that if he does get half of Remy money, what would that potentially do to your relationship with him? She says that Papoose love her and that, they this, that, and the other, but we see otherwise. Yeah, he broke. Everybody been saying Papoose is broke. They weren't saying that until she got with him. They were saying that before. Remy Ma has always been the bag. Remy Ma has always been the access. Remy Ma has always been that girl. Period. And we can see that now because where is he? Rapping in the car every other day or whatever and hanging off of Claressa's back when it's time to make an appearance. Come on, like, girl. It's really sad that you think so little of yourself, Claressa, that you can't see that Pap is not even good enough for you. Okay? And Miss Shyneka was only trying to ask you, how long are you willing to wait? And this was before Remy Ma said that he won't have for her money and that she ain't giving him SHIT. So you already know if he really is trying to get half of Remy Ma money, which I do believe because he did say he wrote 90% of every word that came out of her mouth since I met her. That's what he said, right? He said that. So if he really is trying to push that narrative, then it's not a far leap to think that he is trying to get half of that woman money that he don't deserve. Okay? So, with that being said, this divorce is going to be a long time coming if it comes at all. All right? Because I don't think that Papoose wanted to divorce Remy. I believe he would have still been on her couch if he could have and would have been still trying to secretly date Claressa unless she would have blown it up that they was together. That's what I really believe because Claressa, you know what I'm saying, she wants to look a certain way. And she's mad because she don't look the way she want to look out here. She's mad because people are not in agreement with her on her relationship with Papoose. She's mad because she's not getting she's getting attention, right? But she's not getting the adoration that she would prefer. All right. So after this weekend, after Remy Mom, threw another log on the fire that she been burning for them because, it's sad that Papoose and Claressa be double teaming Remy. Don't think they don't. Okay, don't think that Claressa is the only one that's plotting against Remy because it's Papoose too. That's what give Claressa the audacity to do the stuff she be doing. Okay. Somebody said, "Oh, what's up, Sherry?" Sherry said that Claressa shows fatal attraction signs in real time. Is so sad, and she doesn't see it. Hello, everybody see it. Everybody see it. It's interesting because on my TikTok page, and I posted it on my YouTube as well, I asked the question, if you guys was in Remy Ma's position, would you allow your child around Papoose, well, Claressa, because I'm never for somebody keeping their child away from their dad unless, there's some issues there that would prevent the safety of the child, right? Like if the kid isn't safe with the dad. So I'm not an advocate for keeping children from their dad, okay? But I was saying, if you were Remy Ma, okay, would you want your child around somebody like Claressa? And I also asked from Claressa's perspective, if you were Claressa and you were dating a man who it doesn't appear he's taking care of his daughter like that, because Remy have said that, okay? And she was saying, Remy had said every time he was with the golden child, he was posting her. She was like, stop posting my kid, right? And based off of what we see as far as activity from him, if he is spending time with the golden child, it's not a lot. It's not for long or whatever the case may be. But what would you do? And believe it or not, some people in the comments on my TikTok was like, oh, she wouldn't do nothing to the child. Papoose wouldn't let nothing happen to that baby. Like, at the way they moving, I don't know. If it was me, absolutely not. You can see your child some other kind of way, but keep my baby away from that woman. Okay? Keep my baby away from that woman. All right? So it's really unhinged and it's really ugly the way Claressa is acting. At the end of the day, Claressa got on a live today and she really was rude and ugly and mean when it came to Mz Shyneka, all because Mz Shyneka, voiced her opinion on the situation. She was talking about the interview that she did, and she gave more of her perspective on it. Claressa went so far as to call this woman Miss Piggy. She called her a FATASS. She said that Mz Shyneka got divorced because she cheated on her husband with a barber. Like, how do you know all of this? Like, who told you that? She was just downright ugly to Mz Shyneka. And my thing is this, even if all that's true, I don't care how ugly you think somebody is. I don't care what her marriage was like. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about none of that. It still does not absolve you of you out here looking like you're looking, boo. You can dog out anybody, you can cuss out everybody, you can fight everybody in the world. And if you continue to move the way you are moving, it's not going to make you look any better. It's not going to help you. So why even do all of that? You see, like, when you're a public figure, anything that you do is liable to catch attention, draw, commentary, whatever. That's just the way it is. You decided to be a boxer. You went after the life that you have by going in that man inbox, by allowing him into your life, by stepping out with him, by being loud and proud about being with somebody else's husband. Like that's a win. You feel like, oh, he chose me. Like that's some kind of you acting like Pap is another doggone gold medal or something. Like, Sherry said, I wouldn't trust Claressa and would have a restraining order ASAP. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. When it comes to restraining orders and stuff, though, I don't know that she's done anything that would warrant a restraining order. Like, talking bad about somebody is not enough. Dogging somebody out online is not enough. When it comes to a restraining order, it really has to be something. I would put a gag order on her, though. She was supposed to have an NDA, somebody said. And she doesn't say Remy's name, but she makes references to her. And she tries to sound like her. Because in her live earlier, she was like, are you dumb? You know what I'm saying? Like, we all know that that's Remy Ma tagline. Like, Remy Ma been saying that for years. She trying to sound like she has a New York accent, knowing she's straight out of Flint, Michigan. Okay. I mean, it's just ridiculous. She's trying to be somebody that she's not. I don't even know who she is. I don't know who the girl is, because every time you turn around, it's like she's trying to piece together other people's personalities and stuff to make her own, because she never took the time to figure herself out. Like, That's the problem with Claressa. And it seems like she's so ignorant of this fact. And then when people try to tell her something, she sees it as an attack. You know what? How she handled the whole Mz Shyneka thing today, it's like her mind is kind of like she handles everything like a boxing match. Real life is not a boxing match though. You understand? Like, you were invited onto a show to talk, and you are in Atlanta, living in Atlanta. You're trying to have a event in Atlanta, and this is how you act towards a radio personality that's been around for years. And she was like, I don't even know who you are. Just because you don't know who she is doesn't mean she's not somebody. Claressa, like, didn't nobody know who you was a couple of years ago, ma'am? Let's be clear. It wasn't until you started messing with Papoose that anybody even know who you was outside of boxing, ma'am. Unless people were hardcore boxing fans, they didn't know you, didn't care for you. You certainly weren't catching any eyes. Let's be honest. You want to talk about how somebody look. You want to talk about how somebody look, and you be putting on a gang of makeup, using 2 filters just to look the way you look. I mean, so let's not even do this. Every time she attacking somebody, she want to go for their looks. She want to go for they broke. And don't know nothing about nobody, and whether they're broke or not. Whatever the case may be. And just because you may not be fat, don't mean you don't have some improvements to make, ma'am. Let's be honest. Like, come on, this is ridiculous. And then she went all into, like, because Mz Shyneka said, oh, well, Papoose is only with her because he's her manager, her money, blah, 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 like everybody feels, okay? Because if he was Remy Ma manager and getting a percentage of her money, and that's mainly his source of income when he was with her and he's not with her no more, why would we think he's not getting your income the same way? Like, come on. He's an executive at Win Records. You signed to Win Records. How would he not be getting a percentage of your money? Or do you not even know? Like, have you even looked at the paperwork? You know what I'm saying? Do you even know what you're saying is true as far as him not getting your money? I'm convinced that she has not. Because an executive, if he's an executive at Win Records, don't they get paid off of the talent? I'm just asking. I'm not in that field. But that's what I thought. Y'all tell me if y'all know. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all let me know. If he's an executive at Win Records, you're signed to Win Records. Don't he get a percentage? Whether he your manager or not, she's like, he's not my manager. So why was he at your press conference talking then? If he's not your manager. The only people that was talking for the fighters I'm gonna say this. K. Scott manager spoke. And for you, Papoose got up and spoke. All right. I did a video on this. I watched that part of the press conference. So if he's not your manager, why is he up speaking at your press conference? That press conference was related to your job as a boxer. Just because he's your boyfriend does not mean he's deserving of getting up speaking at your press conference. Okay. So again, like, it's amazing to me how, like, when she say stuff, she acts like it's the gospel. She act like it's just the truth. We can see plain as day that it's not. But she says it so convincingly that if you just listen to her, you would believe it. And so she got further into her live earlier and was talking about why Papoose is actually with her, and she got downright nasty. Don't nobody want to know about your private area, okay? And then I'm gonna say this, because I've dated men who was serious about me. I've dated men who was not. You see what I'm saying? Um, when a man is serious about you, he's not gonna want anybody thinking about your private area and what it can do. Okay. And he's gonna make that clear to you. And you're not gonna be so inclined to even discuss that part of y'all's relationship on a live for anybody to see, hear, and whatever. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw the AI picture of her being pregnant. Like, why even post that mess? But back to what I was saying. Like a man who's really for real about you. Like, I know when they were in Aruba, I believe it was, there was a picture that had got posted with her little, I'm gonna call it a pie, her little pie showing, and he's standing right there with her, smiling like ain't nothing wrong, and it leaked. Now I don't know if that was AI or not or whatever, but the bathing suit she had on was so tightly cut that it's potentially possible that that was a real picture of her out there like that. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Any man that I've ever dated, and I'm married as well, any man that I have dated that's been serious about me, they not gonna want you to be out there showing your pie like that, and let alone boasting about it, talking about it. Like, that's the way men think. The men that I know, they think like that's mine. Don't be putting that out there what your pie can do. You understand what I'm saying? What somebody said, Papoose is Papoose is, they got the little boo-boo emojis, is not being with Claressa for free. I mean, I don't think he is either. I think he make plenty of money off of Claressa. Cause how else is he living? It ain't his raps. They be boasting talking about, oh, he put out 12 albums in a year that nobody bought. And when I think about that, because I did a video or something about when she posted them flowers and she was playing that song that he wrote for Remy, clearly. And I looked up when he did that song. It was back in 2021 on his February album. So in 2021 is potentially when he did those 12 albums. We ain't heard about him until he mentioned them, basically. Cause don't nobody fool with Pap like that. Like, I mean, I'm trying so hard not to cuss y'all because I don't want YouTube to take my video down or whatever. But this is stupid to me. Like, this is so ridiculous. What somebody said, Sherry said her kitty cat out. It was real allegedly. Yeah, I don't know if that was real, y'all. Like, listen, look, don't get me in trouble saying that it was real. I don't know if it was AI or not, but I unfortunately came across it. And I was like, oh my God, like, why would somebody even, like, okay, think about it like this, y'all. When y'all take pictures, how many times y'all just post them and don't look at them before y'all post them? Like, who takes pictures and don't post and don't look at them before they post them? Okay. They was taken on somebody's private phone and then they made it to the internet. So that means somebody had to post it some kind of way. Okay. If me and my husband are on vacation and my area is showing, I'm gonna first be like, oh, nah, we got to delete this. Okay. And say for whatever reason, say my husband taking a picture and he look at it, he gonna be like, oh no, we no, because your area is out. You understand what I'm saying? Papoop. Y'all so crazy. Somebody called him they said Papoop. Sorry, Sherry. I read that wrong. I was just trying to say his name right. You said Papoop. Oh, child. This man got so many nicknames now. Papoose, you know. Willie. Well, Willie his real name, but now it's Papoose. Lord have mercy. Y'all, he done pissed y'all off, huh? But listen, she wanna act like Papoose is so into her, you know what I'm saying? And like Papoose is just the best thing since sliced bread. And the thing is, if he were, why you telling everybody? Like, it's kind of like when him and Remy was together and everything, it was believable because they looked happy, et cetera, et cetera. Remy has since come out and said that, he wasn't all of that. And everything that she has said about him since they broke up has appeared to be more true than anything that Claressa is saying. Everything we say is allegedly. That's right. Everything, honey. Everything is allegedly. Because I don't know these people. I just know what I see. I just know what my perspective is, and that's all I'm giving y'all. Like, um, at the end of the day, she went on that live today and she really was so disrespectful and ugly. Miss Shyneka did not call her out of her name. She was calling the woman a B. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why I'm doing this live, because Atlanta, I know darn well we ain't finna let this girl disrespect one of our own. Like, I know we ain't about to do that, right? And for those of you all who have already gotten your tickets for the fight, Ticketmaster does not refund tickets. You can only transfer them to someone else or whatever. So, and I wouldn't dare tell anybody how to spend their money or relinquish their money. But what I am saying is, at this point, do you even want to stay to see her fight? Because first of all, and it's no shade to K Scott, but this ain't even no real fight for real for Claressa. It's not. Okay. It's not no real fight for Claressa. Okay. In fact, people are saying if it lasts more than one round, then what the heck is going on? Okay. Because we've seen some footage, okay, and it's just not doing what it needs to do when it comes to trying to fight Claressa Shields. I'm not gonna lie. Unless Kay has been doing some hard training and work to change up her entire fighting style, it's not gonna be worth it to sit there and watch it. Okay. So, and I'm talking about the people just that's in ATL. Y'all gonna go to this fight? Or y'all gonna get up and walk out when she doing her ring walk? Like, I'm just asking, because Claressa needs to understand that she can't come here to Atlanta and disrespect like she has done, and it's all good. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, she has made it clear that she does not want anyone asking her certain things, and that's cool. But that's all people want you for at this time. They're not studying your career, because you ain't about studying it. You halfway worried about your career as it is. When people have you on their show, they asking you more stuff about everything else and not your career. They gloss over it. You feel me? Like, they'll mention it. It's an asterisk, okay? But they not, people ain't really checking for her career like that. No sponsors. She's not elevating beyond, the ring. What commercials have she done? Answer me that. Like, a lot of times with athletes, you see them in commercials. You see them partnering with Nike and Gatorade, Powerade, Degree, somebody. You see them, even if it's not sports related, you see them partnering with other brands. When have we seen that with Claressa? She's too busy doing other stuff. She's too busy, and she was like, oh, you want to act like they had a happy marriage? It don't matter. It was a marriage. Okay? It was a marriage. And then got the audacity to be mad at women in Papoose's inbox. First of all, who is in his inbox? Because I don't recall anybody really checking for Papoose like that. Even when he was a Remy, it was more like they got a good relationship, they represent black love, and that's inspiring. But nobody was like, oh my God, y'all seen Papoose? Like, I don't recall that. If I'm wrong, then y'all tell me. But like, I don't recall anybody ever like making Papoose their celebrity crush or nothing. You know how we do, ladies. Like, we'll see a celebrity and we'll be like, oh yeah, he fine, he sexy, whatever. Like Nelly. Did anybody ever look at Papoose like women look at Nelly and be like, oh, he fine or whatever? I don't recall. And she cannot think that because she's with Papoose, now everybody want him. Girl, stop. For whatever reason, Claressa really believed that, she makes the difference in a way that I don't think she really does. And then she was talking about how people were saying that she checked Mz Shyneka during the interview. No, they wasn't. I didn't see that. Did y'all see that? Who said that? I'm like, Portia, now, who said that? Like, I ain't see nobody say that. Maybe some of her fans felt that way. And I feel like her fans are like her. Okay. And like I said, anybody have fans. But y'all know what? And I may be wrong for saying this, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. Don't Claressa Shields kind of remind y'all of Donald Trump the way she act? Like, if Donald Trump was a black woman, I think he'd be Claressa Shields for real. If I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. Like, but that's how I see it. Any old thought that come to her mind, she pretty much said. She don't care about her image. She don't care about what her words are doing to her career or nothing. Like how she's seen. She says she's doing a good job when it potentially is not. Like with these ticket sales, it's not sold out. I did a video earlier about it. It's not sold out. Okay. She said she sell out all her fights. Other people have said that's not true. I mean, like it's so many lies. You know what I mean? It's like she can find the truth if it hit her in the face. Okay? It's just weird. It's weird. And then the fact that Papoose be sitting back just letting this mess rock. It's like he never comes out and just defends her because he can't, and he know he can't. Like when he was in the Vlad interview, Vlad asked him some questions and stuff, and the way he answered the questions, it was like absolutely not. Oh no, absolutely not. Not living together. Absolutely no ring. It's kind of like he was kind of trying to backpedal in the relationship as much as he could. He backpedaled all the way to the edge, okay, and was like, well, no, I have my places of residences, and so does Claressa. We exchange jewelry, but never a ring. And my thing is this right here. Oh, your daughter lives in Atlanta. Okay, that's what's up, Sherry. My thing is this right here. If he really was into Claressa like that, he would have been like, no, we don't live together yet. You know what I'm saying? No, I haven't gotten her a ring yet. That's the plan. But y'all know I got this legal situation. Something. You know what I mean? Something. So at this point in time, I just feel like Atlanta, we can't stand for this mess. We can't do this. I mean, because who does she think she is? It's like, girl, don't you understand that if the public don't support you, you ain't gonna make no money? Don't you understand that if nobody has you on on their show, you're not gonna have no exposure? Yeah, you can keep crashing out online and stuff like that, but people are already tired of that. It's kind of like she is trying so hard to get attention by any means necessary. By any means necessary. And this is not what Malcolm X meant, y'all. This is not what he meant by any means necessary. It's kind of like she is addicted to the attention. And it don't matter if it's bad attention, good attention, or what. And in her life, she was so happy to get off what she said about Mz Shyneka, y'all. Like she was just giddy and looking so bizarre. She looked so like if you look in her eyes, it's so weird. You know how like they say the eyes are the window to the soul? Her eyes just looked so, go look at, I'm not gonna like she has her own YouTube channel, of course, which I ain't promoting at all, but there's some other content creators who do have it on their pages, right? And they clipped it up and they just took parts of it to show the worst parts of what she was saying about Mz Shyneka. And if you look in her eyes, it's like, girl, do you even see? I don't even think she realized just how bad off she is. And then she always want to throw God and stuff. God is not pleased with what you're doing. And I know that he's merciful. And I know that none of us are perfect. And I know that all of us sin and fall short. But Claressa, come on. Anybody who is, versed in Christianity and, being a true believer and stuff like that, they're not going to subscribe to this. Okay, Sherry said no because of what's going on after the boxing fight. Drama maybe happens. Don't want to be around that environment. Yeah, like listen. First of all, let me explain something about Atlanta. Atlanta is popping. Atlanta is fun. It's all of this and that. But don't get on the wrong side now, because some stuff can happen. Some stuff can go down. Okay, and the thing about it is not wishing no harm on Claressa at all. Never that. Okay. That's not what I'm saying at all because I don't wish no harm on nobody. All right. But what I'm saying is you keep doing all of this that you're doing, you're going to hit somebody the wrong way. Okay. And somebody ain't going to care who you are. And somebody ain't going to care what you can do with your hands because they're going to have something else for you. You understand what I'm saying? You got to watch how you talk to people. You got to watch how you treat people for real. And what I'm saying in this live is Atlanta, no more invites. Because all she wants y'all to do is praise her for her mediocrity. Okay. She won't praise for stuff she did 10 years ago. All right. She want people to still see her the same way they did before they knew about her and Papoose. It's not gonna happen. You can't bully people into liking what you're doing. You can't bully people into supporting you. You can't bully people into agreeing with you. She wants to be famous without any criticism. Thank you. Thank you, Starfire Samurai. That's exactly what she wants. It's not going to happen, ma'am, because guess what? In life, even when you aren't famous, people are going to criticize. People are not going to agree. People are not going to rap with you all the time. And you can't make them. Like, who does she think she is? Okay? Like, who does she think she is? Man, listen, let me tell you something. Everybody that's at that fight, I wish everybody would just collectively, y'all, if y'all sung in the choir, y'all know how the choir director do. They do like this and then tell everybody to get up. I wish everybody just get up and walk out as she doing her ring walk. That'll serve her right. That'll serve her right. Because how dare you come to Atlanta and disrespect Mz Shyneka like that? Are you crazy? Like, what is wrong? Like, that girl gave her opinion about something. And if she wasn't right about something, if something didn't hit you the wrong way because it rings true, then you wouldn't have went off like that. You can't cuss out everybody who don't agree with your relationship. And ma'am, if you do end up married, okay, because we know relationships are hard. They're not always the best. They don't always go the way you want it to go. And let me say this, just because you may want to divorce somebody or need to divorce somebody don't mean it's easy. It don't mean it happened right away. The whole living situation that Papoose and Remy Ma was in, how you know he wasn't trying to get back in the bed with her while he was still there the whole almost year that y'all was supposedly together? You see what I'm saying? Because I still, for the life of me, I want to know more questions. I want to ask her, and I wish she would address why she thought it was okay to be sneaking on the phone, falling asleep with a man, and he at his wife's house on the couch. If he was so serious about you. You understand what I'm saying? If he was serious about life, he wouldn't even still been on that woman couch. Or somebody said, big musicians, athletes, actresses, actors have way more criticism than her and don't respond to every little thing. Most don't respond at all. Exactly. And she admires Beyonce, for example, right? Beyonce stopped doing interviews. Right? And Beyonce don't address even half of the stuff they done said about her at all. At all. Because when you secure in yourself, you ain't got to try to prove nothing to nobody. Okay? You don't. Because guess what? People are going to believe what they want to believe anyway. You can't tell me what I believe. You can't make me see things the way you want me to see them. Either I agree with you or I don't. And that's it. And I don't know why Claressa feels like, let me say this. I think in Claressa Shields' mind, she feels like, man, I'm this athlete and, ain't nobody ever beat me and stuff like that. And, I got all this money and this, that, and the other. Like, why am I not worshipped? Or why am I not just like, somebody who everybody look up to? Girl, it goes further than your profession. It goes further than what you can do in a ring. And it definitely goes further than cherry picking some fights to keep winning, if that's what's going on, allegedly. Okay? Because somebody said that. Somebody told me that Papoose was at K. Scott's last fight. And then that's why Claressa is fighting her. And on top of that, K. Scott is under the Salida Promotions umbrella. which I ain't even know. I ain't know nothing about the woman until this fight announcement, to be honest with you. Um, and then we all know that Claressa has been banned anyway. So a lot of the women are with MVP, and then MVP has just merged with another boxing house, which further boxes her out. Like the thing is, while Claressa over here playing around, the boxing world is moving on from her. Okay, what somebody said, Serena Williams and Venus Williams had immense hate for when for being in interracial marriages, but never responded, and they just went on with their life and their husbands. They didn't take no one's husband. Right. Like she mentioned that Serena is one of her somebody she looks up to as an athlete. Serena don't act like this. Like, who do you look up to for your morals though? Like, who do you look up to? Like, who would you like to pattern yourself after? Like, I know that boxers all have attitudes or they have tempers. That's what make them boxers a lot of times. That's what drives them as boxers because they do have tempers and stuff. But other people know how to handle it. Other people know how to, be professional and stuff. Now, the way she initially handled the question that Miss Shyneka asked her, I will say this: the way she answered it, her tone in which she answered it, you know what I'm saying? It's better than we usually see from Claressa. Like the way she acted today, that's what we usually see from her. Okay. But what I think made her mad about it was not only the response that she saw online, because people was like rocking with Miss Shyneka for asking her the question, but she don't like being caught off guard. She don't like being caught off guard because, you know, she doesn't know how to address stuff sometimes. And so it makes her upset when she's caught off guard, you know. So I think that's another reason why she was upset. But I want to ask y'all a question. Like, do y'all think that she knew Papoose was asking Remy Ma for half? Like, do y'all think she knew that? And the reason I'm asking is because, like, I don't think he'd tell her that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if she's believing that Papoose is serious about her and that's why he filed for the divorce and that divorces take time, but then Remy Ma outed it that he's looking for half of her money and that's why they're not divorced yet. Do you think that that's another reason why Claressa just kind of got on the live and just went off? I think he keeps that between him and Rim. I think so too. Like, it's a lot of stuff that Claressa does not know. She speculates about. You know what I'm saying? And she talks about it like she knows, but like, you know, it's funny to me how she got so many words for everybody else's marriage and stuff like that, and ain't got a husband of her own, but calling this man her hubby. All right, calling her hubby, and then I know somebody was like, "Oh well, girlfriends call their boyfriend hubby all the time," and that may be true, but is the damn man married while she doing it? That's the difference. Like, don't try to trivialize stuff, and don't play semantics with me. You see what I'm saying? Because if your boyfriend is married and you call him hubby, you sound deranged. I don't care who it is. He's someone else's hubby legally, right? But Claressa calls him her hubby. All right, like she was like my hubby, girl, and he don't ever have. Okay, he called her queen, which that queen word, a lot of guys who be players and liars, they use that queen shit. And I don't like it, to be honest with you. Like, whenever a man be calling me queen, like when I was dating queen, move around from me with that. Because you call everybody queen, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, he calls her queen, but he's never said wifey, you know. And when he was with Remy, he was like, my wife, my wife, my wife. Any man that I know that loves his wife, passionate about his wife, they say my wife. You understand what I'm saying? When they refer to their woman, it's my wife. When Papoose refers to Claressa, what he call her? Claressa. He called her Claressa. Y'all, listen. Let's not play. Let's not play. Because at the end of the day, Claressa acts as if what she says is law. She acts as if what she believes is the truth. And that's all that matters. And she lives in her own land of delusion and then get mad at folks when they don't fall for it. Like, girl, come on. We live in the real world, not in your head. One of my favorite movies is called The Campaign. It got Will Ferrell in it and Zach. I can't say the man last name, but this other man that he was in the in another movie. Damn, I can't think of his name. But the movie I'm talking about is called The Campaign, and there was a part in the movie that said Rainbow Land, and they talked about Rainbow Land, and Clarissa is in Rainbow Land, like she just off somewhere that don't even exist. You see what I'm saying? Like in her mind, everything that's wrong is right, everything that's right is wrong. Okay, the issue is not her trash talking, it's her not being able to be professional, cherry picking her fights, responding to every little thing, and literally having Saucy Santana to host. Yeah, yeah. See, so some people did have a problem with Saucy Santana hosting the press conference, right? I have no comment on that. I have no opinion on that because it is what it is. Like, this is Atlanta, okay? Like, this is Atlanta. So, Saucy Santana is, an Atlanta public figure. So here we are. A lot of people had a problem with the baddies being on the undercard because it's not true boxing fashion to have like a celebrity, like not celebrity fight, but like a reality TV undercard. You know what I mean? Um, a celebrity fight on the undercard. Like, it's just very unorthodox. So yeah, a lot about this fight is not really jiving with people. I don't think you're seeing my comments. I may not be. Pause, girl. No, I don't think I'm seeing your comments either. What are your comments? Say your comments again, pause, girl. I didn't see it. Um, Starfire Samurai said that is going to make people heavy side eye her professionalism. Right. And it already has. Like, her professionalism is out the door. It's out the window. You understand? It is out the window. Like, Claressa Shields can never profess to be a true professional anymore because she's gotten so far off into the deep end. Like, I don't think, and let me say this, because if Claressa no longer wants to box, that's her business. Listen, boxing is hard. It's not just the workouts and having to eat right. It's the getting hit all the time. For me, I wouldn't want to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just like you hit people, you got to get hit too. You got to take a hit. So I get it if she wants to be done with boxing. Like, hell, she been doing it since she was what, 11, she said? She's 31. 20 years of boxing. Like, hell, I'd be tired too. But the way she's going about trying to transition out of boxing, it's just not ideal for someone that has the pedigree that she has, built from. And the thing is, this girl has built herself from nothing, y'all. Like, y'all saw Claressa before, not trying to be funny, but she came from little or nothing. She built herself up, and this is how you decide to throw it away, because you're throwing it away. You want to have a legacy, but you're not doing it. Okay, so Paul's girl said I was pretty much saying everything a woman does not represent. She all over the place, just very distasteful and unlikable. She's very unlikable. Shout out to Funky Dineva, who said it best. He said she's just not likable. Funky Dineva said we don't want to see her do nothing but box. And he is so right. Because before she opened up her mouth the way she is now, she actually had a bigger fan base. She actually had more of a better presence than she does now. And you're right, she is distasteful and unlikable, and she's mad at people talking about they hating on her, but look at what you put out. Like, you can't put out ugliness and think that everybody gonna just swallow it. It doesn't work like that. You have to be likable. Like, you want people to come see you. You want people to support you. She out here, she done just cut somebody out, and then the next day was asking for sponsors to go on the patches on her outfit she's going to wear for the fight on the 15th. Like, you shouldn't have to ask for sponsors. If you was doing your job right, you would have sponsors. And if you want to, have a sponsored patch on her little clothing, you got to pay for that. Like you asking the same folks who you call broke to spend money with you. You had a garage sale of some dolls and some clothing, but you just called everybody broke. So if everybody broke, we can't come to your fight. If everybody broke, we can't buy them dolls and clothes and shit. We can't. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got me cussing. I don't be trying to cuss on here, but I mean it's ridiculous now. I know lots of people that did not know her until this whole scandal had the nerve to try to act like Miss Shyneka wasn't nobody. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, just because you may not know Miss Shyneka does not mean we don't know Miss Shyneka, and don't mean we gonna be okay with you coming at her like that. Like, girl, Miss Shyneka ain't said nothing no different than anybody else. And at this point, I'm inclined to believe that anybody that's okay with Claressa and Papoose being together and the way it went down and the way they acting, they out here stealing folk husbands too. Now I ain't gonna say stealing because you can't steal a man unless he want to go, right? But what I'm saying is you're okay with being with somebody else's husband because again, at the time that she snuck around in her inbox and his inbox, nobody knew what was going on between Pap and Remy. Nobody knew. If they had already said they were separated, they was going through a divorce, blase blah, and then him and her got together, that's a little different. Okay, that's a little different. And that's what she's saying I understand as well. You cannot move the way you're moving and then act like you ain't, because she said in her life, I ain't did nothing wrong. Really? You haven't? But then you're gonna say that Miss Shyneka allegedly cheated on her husband and call her the CEO of, women who cheat on their husbands. She said, are you the CEO, the leader, or whatever she said? It's all the same thing. Like, she don't even know what the hell she be talking about. She can't go to New York without a body protection. Listen, baby, she about can't be here in Atlanta because if y'all don't know, like, a lot of New Yorkers have made Atlanta their home. You understand what I'm saying? So she about can't be here. She need to relax. Like, she need to relax for real. Like, she need to relax for real because the way she acting and the way she moving, like off GP, somebody gonna want to get with her. You know what I'm saying? Boxer or not. That's what she don't understand. Like, everybody ain't finna throw punches with you. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? Like, and again, I don't want nothing to happen to this girl. I ain't speaking nothing on this girl. I'm just stating facts. When she really windmilling over that situationship, looking all kinds of crazy, even if he do get that divorce, I can't respect her because the way she entered that situation with that dude. And I'm gonna tell you something. Whenever you enter a situation that's so messy like that, it ain't gonna be nothing but a mess. You're right for disrespectful to that. Yeah, you right for disrespect to that radio woman. Yeah, Miss Shyneka didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve that. Girl, you mad because everybody didn't like everybody that wasn't riding with what you said to her. You sounded foolish. What you said was dumb. Let me be clear. What you said was stupid. No matter who asked you the question, your response was stupid. I mean, you let me tell you something, Claressa. You may have come out better just saying, you know what, Pap and I have decided that we want to be together. I realize his legal situation is still pending, and I'm here for as long as I feel like being here. That's it. Somebody said they may not want her in Atlanta. I mean, look, I ain't telling nobody to do nothing to this girl. I'm just saying, um, she got to know that Atlanta don't really fool with her like that when she coming for somebody that's a staple in the community like that. Like, you can't talk to that woman like that. You can't do that and think that that's all right. Like, no, you can't do that. That's not cool. Like, it's so ridiculous to me that she went off on that woman like that. But then she expect the people of Atlanta to back her. She talking about some go get your tickets. Like, girl, excuse me? Just wrong and strong. Us New York residents do not want her out here in New York. Oh no, I know y'all don't. Baby, listen, my husband from New York. I already know how y'all get down. I already know how New Yorkers get down, baby. I already know. So listen, if y'all don't know, her she better not take her ass to New York. I tell you that. Not the way she moving. And hell, Pap may want to step light himself because I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Atlanta, as progressive as it is, and as much of a metro city as it is, we still based in the South, baby. We still believe in family. We still believe in decency and in order. And as far as New Yorkers, it's a lot of New Yorkers here that have made Atlanta their home. New Yorkers are very big on loyalty, loyalty over everything. So the way Papoose and Claressa are moving, it's not giving either one of those things that are steeped in Atlanta and New York. You understand what I'm saying? She really messed up with her mouth and she will pay for it. Yeah, like to be honest with you, I think the best way to make Claressa pay for it is stop supporting her. Don't go to nothing she have. Don't be on her social medias. Nothing. Freeze her out. Just like MVP banned her, everybody need to ban her. She needs a lesson. My first husband was from New York and my present husband's from Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, that's what's up. Detroit don't even want her. Detroit be like, she ain't from Detroit. Y'all, it's a mess. Like people from Detroit be like, nah, she from Flint. She ain't from Detroit. You know what I mean? Like, come on. They don't even want her. Because she don't represent well. She doesn't represent herself well. She doesn't carry herself well. She doesn't speak well. You know what I mean? Only when somebody is kissing her behind and sucking up to her can she act like she got some sense. That's the only time. If you don't agree with her, if you're not saying what she wants to hear, oh, she got, and she was like in her life, she was like, oh yeah, I didn't throw no bottle of water at you, and I didn't rough you up. Like, is that what ran across your mind for real? You see what I'm saying? Like just because the woman asked you a question, a hard head makes a soft ass. She'll learn the hard way. She'll have to learn the hard way, Sherry. Like I said this in my last live, and I'm gonna say it again. Claressa Shields, if you're not careful, you're gonna end up on a dirty mattress with dirty pillows like you was before you had your money. Okay? Honestly. Because that may be what it takes to humble her. I'm gonna tell you something. It's only so long that she gonna be able to keep doing this and then using God as a backdrop. You don't do that. You don't play with God, baby. Don't do that. Because you know what? You might be able to cuss all us out, call us fat, broke, ugly, whatever you want to say. But God got the last word, boo. You don't do that because what you do, you get it back. And in this life, shoot, you don't even have to be a bad person for bad things to happen. Life just life sometimes. But when you add to that and you perpetuate ugliness and all of this negativity, she's so negative. I had done a video, which video is it? I can't remember the one, but I can't remember right now, but I had done a video showing a clip of her and Tony Rich. She looked so happy. You know, she looked like so relaxed with him. You know what I'm saying? In this relationship with Papoose, she stressed the hell out. She always cussing folks out. My opinion, she's going back to Flint if they want her there. I mean, she don't want to go back to Flint. She thinks she's too big for Flint. She too big for Flint. And let me say this: it's people that's from other places that leave home and don't want to go back, and that's fine. But she thinks she's too big for Flint. Hear me when I tell you I'm from Brooklyn, born and raised, and still reside my entire 41 years of life. And Papoose ain't getting no traction out here. He lost so much respect out here in these streets. Listen, I believe you. I believe you because, like, listen, my husband was a huge fan of I was about to call him Papoose. Papoose. His name is Papoose, y'all. My husband is from New York and he was a huge fan of Papoose. And like now with the way he moving, my husband was like, nah, man, I can't believe Pap went out like that. Like, what is he doing? You know what I mean? He's not moving in the way in which is good for his image either. Not that he had much of one. Let me be clear, because To be honest with y'all, I ain't know who he was till Love and Hip Hop. I always knew who Remy was. I didn't know him till that. After she's broke back to Flint, Papoop. Sherry, you want me to call him Papoop so bad? Stop it. Stop it. I'm trying not to, I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to be unbiased. But y'all, I'm just human. All right. Like him and her just really make me sick at this point. His name is Silly Willie. Yeah, whatever, child. He just all kind of stuff. He all kind of stuff. He's just looking crazy out here. And then just because you quiet and you let her do all the bull crap, it don't absolve you because that's who you laying up with. You understand? Like that's who you decided to be with. That's who you decided to be with. Like, why would you go? And like I said, nobody is like wanting Papoose and Remy to get back together. Like at this point, that's a done deal. It's over with. Okay. And we're fine with that. But to go from her to Claressa, you feel me? Like it's weird. But I'm gonna tell you why I think that Papoose fooled with Claressa outside of the money. Because we all know that it's money involved. Okay. Because he was with a woman for 20 years and it was money involved. Why in the hell wouldn't it be involved now? Let's be clear. But let me tell you what my theory is on why he's with Claressa. It's because she allows him to live in the land of delusion that he has built for himself as well. She makes him feel comfortable with the lies he tells himself because she tells the lies as well. She and him are the same in more ways than I think a lot of us realized until now. He's obsessed with Remy. So is Claressa. And that's why we see all this copycat behavior and all of this other foolishness that we see that is weird. Like, that's why he with her too. It's a boost to him. Okay? It's not just the money, it's a boost. Papoose is running a real game on Claressa. Absolutely. Absolutely. He is running a game on Claressa. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I thought that him and Remy was running game on Claressa. I thought they was doing it together. Until more time passed. Because I really was like, this gotta be a joke. Like he can't be with her. First of all, she's young enough to be his daughter almost. His daughter, his oldest daughter, is like, I think maybe a year, if that, younger than Claressa. Okay. You heard what she said. What Pap says goes. Her words, not mine. Yeah, she did say that. She did say, oh yeah, what Pap say goes. Yep, she did say that. That's why I don't like people be getting mad at Claressa for all the stuff she be doing. Pap is right there close on her. He the battery in her back. He is the whisper in her ear. He all of that. Me too at first. Oh, Sherry, you thought that they was running game on her? Yeah. I thought Pap and Remy was doing a New York scam on her. Let's see. The Pisces, the fishes runs in opposite directions, opposites attract. Yeah, they both are Pisces. Ooh, I'm gonna tell you something because I'm familiar with Pisces. They do live in a delusional land in their head, and this is what happens when that la la land comes out to the real world. Like that's what we seeing here. We seeing the fantasy world in their heads playing out in front of our faces, and it's no fantasy. It's not a fantasy for us. It's getting on my nerves. But the reason I talk about this is because a little background about me. I am a graduate student of marriage and family therapy. At this point, this situation has become a case study for me. Okay? It's a case study. And it's also my goal to look deeper and give a different perspective beyond the entertainment side of it, to try to help people understand why certain behaviors are not okay. All right? So that's why y'all can't have me cussing on here, because I'm trying to be professional. Sort of. Papoose put that old school on her, and Claressa is stigmatized. Like, maybe that it can happen. I mean, just because Remy said he had so don't mean that somebody else don't think it's fire. You know what I mean? Like everybody got different stuff. I mean, maybe after so long, Remy just didn't feel it for him no more in that regard. Um, if the stuff the internet says is not true, then why address it 24/7? Right. She addressed everything. But I do want to make a distinction here because is it not evident that she goes after black women more than she does anybody else? Like she had an interview with a white guy. I don't remember his name. I don't know him, but she was on there freestyling and everything like that. It was before the Mz Shyneka interview, and he asked her. He mentioned Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, and he was like, "What about Remy Ma?" And she was like, "I don't listen to her music. I don't know her music that well." But you know her personal life enough that you can speak as if you have insider knowledge. And the reason she feels like she can speak like that is because of whatever Papoose is telling her. You feel me? Like everything that Papoose is telling her is going straight to her brain. And she just running it out like it's nothing. Is he not embarrassed by how he's looking out here? Like, and Remy Ma did say he cares about his image and everything, but like, even if he wasn't a public figure, is he not embarrassed? My God, is he not embarrassed? Like, I'm embarrassed. I ain't embarrassed for him, nah, because this is what he wanted. But I'm just saying, like, this is embarrassing the way she carries herself, the way she acts, the way she talk. It's just too much, and I don't understand what people see in the partnership because people be like, oh yeah, they a power couple. Where? Like where? That white guy made a fool out of her and she didn't address him, but she got mad at Shyneka for asking a real question. Right. He did. He was like he was trolling her right in her face. And it wasn't until Miss Shyneka just asked her a question that she didn't like that she started talking about I'm gonna start getting folks together. Whatever she said about addressing people and she ain't gonna let nothing else slide. Like, she didn't say that after he played in her face because he definitely was trolling her. Definitely. Did she not catch it? People reported on it though, but did she not catch it? How do you think each 12 zodiac sign act? Girl, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. If I had to think about it off the top, Aries are leaders, Tauruses are homebodies, and Tauruses always get money. I don't know what it is about Tauruses. They always get money. Like any man or woman that's a Taurus that I ever knew, they always just find money. Like they either make good money, money moves is really good for them. Um, Let me see what else. Geminis, the twins, they are like, I ain't gonna say two faced, but like there's two sides to Geminis. You know what I mean? What's next? Cancers. Cancers are very emotional signs. Whether they're a man or woman, cancers are homebodies and they love family for real. Um, I'm a Leo, by the way. Leos are very strong. Leos are cool people, like cool people. Leos are good people. And I ain't just saying it because I'm a Leo. Like, you know, but I will say female Leos and male Leos are different. Um Male Leos are very flashy. Like, I mean, they too flashy. And so are female Leos, but like I feel like for a dude to be that flashy, it's almost like metrosexual or whatever. Let's move on to Virgos. Virgos are very perfectionist type people. Virgos, they are very orderly and they're good leaders because of that. Let me see what's next. Libras, the scales. Libras are indecisive, but they sweet. And like Libras they're very attractive people. Like Usher is a Libra. Um, who else? Kim Kardashian, even though I don't really care for her, she's pretty. Cardi, like they're very they're cool and they love like looking really well put together. Like whatever they do, whenever they put a look together, is aesthetically pleasing to a lot of people. Scorpios are, they're water sign too, but Scorpios are more deeper, darker. They very cool until they not. Don't mess with Scorpios because they will jack you up for real. All right. Who said I'm a Leo, but I'm not flashy? I'm quiet and silent. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Um, Let me see. What was I? Scorpio. Okay. Sag. Sages are you had to catch a Sag. Like Sages, they be all over the place. They very rarely stay still. You don't meet a whole lot of Sages unless you run in like a lot of travel circles because they like to travel. They never stay still for real. Um, Let me see. Capricorns. Capricorns are let me see, how can I put this? Capricorns are hard workers. I will say that usually. But if they not hard workers, they super lazy. It's no in between with Capricorns. They either very hard workers or they super lazy. If they are leaders, they're good leaders or they terrible leaders. Like there's no in between with Capricorns with that. All right. Um Aquariuses. Aquariuses, the thing about Aquariuses is they are super different. Like you know how some zodiac signs they have the same type of dynamic all the time. With Aquariuses, they're very unique and different. But what I will say about Aquariuses is they very cool and very loyal, but if they don't f with you, they don't f with you, and they mean that, and that's it. Like they can be the best person or the worst person, period. And then we already talked about Pisces. Anyway, put that girl's brain inside of a bird's head is guaranteed to fly backwards. I'm a Libra, by the way. Okay, that's what's up, Libra. Thank you for all that you do. I appreciate y'all. I'm an Aquarius. Okay, an Aquarius. Let me tell you something, Lady Lane. Aquarius women something else. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, like Aquarius women, January Aquarius. Okay. See, January Aquariuses and February Aquariuses are different. But Aquarius women are something else. I'll tell y'all. I feel like they have mood swings. So you just have to catch them when they feel like it. I love the conversation. I'm loving it too, Sherry. I appreciate y'all. You're February. Okay. See, February Aquariuses are different than January Aquariuses. I noticed that. Just like July Leos are different than August Leos. We're different. Yeah, we're different. But y'all let me know. Is anybody in here from the ATL? Like who's here in ATL? Is there anybody here from ATL? What Leo are you? I'm an August Leo. I'm an August Leo too. Yep. We do very dismissive. Yeah, y'all, Lady Lane, y'all are very dismissive. Lord have mercy on y'all, whoever y'all with, as far as a spouse or whatever. I got family that's out there, but I'm from South Carolina. Okay. Y'all tell y'all family to boycott Claressa Shields out here. I'm for real about that. I'm so for real about that. Because she ain't right. She ain't right. And I just don't like anybody because she a big bully. Like she feel like just because she can fight, she can just say anything and do anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. I don't like that. That's so tacky to me. Like just like be gracious. You know what I mean? She be so quick to fight, to want to fight. You know what I mean? Like you should treasure your talent. You know what I mean? Like you should respect your talent and not try to intimidate people with it. The way she keeps burning bridges in ATL, she gonna barely have opportunities left out there for real. Like, listen, this is not somewhere that you want to burn bridges when you're a celebrity because this is Black Hollywood, baby. Let's be clear about that. This is Black Hollywood. You don't nobody want to deal with you because they never know what you're gonna say or do. You know, if people got to kiss up to you just for them not to worry about you trying to fight them and stuff. I'm a Scorpio. Oh Lord. Scorpios are cool, but like I said, man, Scorpios will mess you up. I'm here in Georgia. Okay, Lady Lane. That's what's up. Oh, you all the way in Vegas. Sherry, I never been to Vegas. I want to come to Vegas. But I can't come during the summer. It's too hot. It's way too hot. I gotta come like in the wintertime. I'm originally from Chicago. That's what's up. I was just in Chicago in May. I was just in Chicago in May. when Bruno Mars was there. That's when I was there. Yes, Sherry. I wanna me and my husband wanna come to Vegas. I'm not a big gambler though, so what else is there to do? Okay. I was in um I was in St. Charles for a business trip. I was in St. Charles. That's so cool. I went there for my birthday. Okay. That's what's up. My sister lives in Chicago. I'm kind of scared. Like, what's up with people at like Chicago is like Iraq? Is that true, or is that just the image that they put on TV? Because I was a little scared to be there. I went to Vegas when I was little with my whole family. Yeah, I never been. I haven't even been to the East Coast, y'all. Like, for one of my birthdays, I wanted to go to Napa Valley in Cali, but I ended up moving, and my expenses went there, so that's why I didn't end up going. It's kind of true. Oh Lord, see, because while I was there was two girls that was like standing on the sidewalk, and they got robbed and shot for no reason. Like the man took their money, but then he still, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, good Lord, they gave you the money. You want their life too? Good God, I can't take the snow anywhere. No, the snow is crazy. It snowed a little bit here, but not like there. It's too cold. My Vegas trip was last year. I went for my birthday, and then months later went for a summer trip. It's too hot for me in the summer. I gotta go when it's not so hot because I live in Georgia, y'all. It's hot enough here. I can't be in the desert too. It's just too hot. But anyway, y'all, we boycotting. I mean, and y'all ain't got to be in Atlanta to boycott her. Like boycott her. Period. We tired. She need to be humbled. She need to be humbled, y'all. I'm serious. I'm so for real about that. Like Atlanta, y'all really need to show her that we ain't to be played with. My uncle was born in Georgia. Okay. Georgia is huge though. So yeah. Georgia is massive. People don't realize how big Georgia is. I'll be 65 next year. Okay. That's what's up. But yeah, I'm permanently in the West Coast now, though. I moved to Cali for UCLA and stayed over ever since we boycotted from the West Coast. Also, good. Thank you. Boycott her. We tired of her. She got to know it. She got to feel it. A lot of people in Georgia do not like her. Nah, we don't. We don't like her. I know I don't. I don't have nothing against the girl. I just don't like how she carry herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like how she carry herself. Even if like I'm gonna say this, even if she wasn't with Papoose, the way she talked to people is so ugly. Like she's so mean, but yet you want people to support you, and that window of support is dwindling down, baby. It's dwindling down. Yes, her attitude is terrible, and a lot of times people say when you get money, that's how you see like who somebody is or whatever, and that's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. You get to see who somebody really is when they get money. It just amplifies who they are. And we see who she is. It is ugly. It's tacky. It's nasty. It's brutal. It's brutal. You know? And then she likes to attack people's looks because people attacked her looks. You know? That's why she does that, because she knows how much it hurts her. You see. She called Mz Shyneka Miss Piggy. And she called her all sorts of, you know, fat and stuff. It's like, girl, really? And then some people was talking about how, she the first one to be calling folks fat, but then look at her family. The people in her family aren't well put together and stuff, but you calling other people out their name and stuff. And it's like, listen, this is not how people are supposed to act when they want people's support. Is she taking, like earlier in the live, I was saying that she reminds me of like Donald Trump if he was a black woman. Is she taking a page out of his book in her behavior? Like, I don't even know. I have no idea what she's doing. I really don't. But we can't stand for this no more. Like, she got to be humbled. She needs to be humbled, and the way to humble her is to not support her at all. Like, no, man, I'm telling you, if I could stage a walkout, when she does her ring walk in, baby. A lot of people were saying that people are just there for the undercard anyway. Like a lot, that's what a lot of people were saying. They want to see the baddies do whatever they do. I don't watch that show, but they want to see the baddies in person. You know, whoever is there for Ray J and Orlando Brown. You know, I don't understand how people condone in her behavior, especially married women. Would they like it if she pulled that stunt on them that she pulled on Remy? Let her end up with their husband and see. Right. Like, as women, like, you know what, women, we are down bad when it comes to supporting each other. Honestly, we be so nasty to each other. We hate on each other. We do things like, I mean, there's women who plot to get your husband right in your face just like she did. But I heard, and this is allegedly, I heard that the women in her family are used to getting with folks' husbands and stuff. So it's learned behavior. That's why she don't think she did anything wrong, because that's what she's used to. It's like, oh, well, it's not a problem that he got a wife. He finna be mine now. You know, that's what some women think. And it's crazy because once they get a man, they dare somebody even look at him. You see, they dare somebody to even look his way. You better not look at him. You better not say nothing to him. You better act like he ain't here. But then be plotting against somebody else's husband. It's crazy. It's crazy. She can't understand why the two can't be separated. She can't understand why the way she treats people in her personal life can't be separated from her professional life. You see, because it's about your character, it's about your likability, it's about if people want to support you or not. They can't support just a part of you. It has to be all of you, like in totality, is what I'm saying. When you're a public figure, that's what comes with the territory. People, if people don't like what you're doing, they're not going to support you. And that's just, I mean, what makes her think that she's absolved of that? Like, what make her think that she the only, like she can do whatever she wants and not be canceled or not be supported? People be canceled for less. You know what I mean? She's painting herself into a corner that she doesn't even see. She just, I mean, big broad strokes too. Like, just she going in. And while you see her thinking that you done chopped up somebody and that you done, you know, that you ate or whatever, girl, you chopping up your career. You're the one who is on the outside looking in, and she don't even realize it. Like, it's so crazy. Like, you say you want to be the best, and or you say you are the best, right? You say you are the best, but you won't go down and wait to challenge that fact either. You won't fight Chris Cyborg to challenge that fact either. You see? So when you do things like duck Cyborg and won't go down and wait to fight the other girls, like, it's like questionable. And again, as soon as she says something, she feels like it's the truth. She feels like it's undisputed truth and fact because she thinks it's truth and fact. You see what I'm saying? So she really is just delusional at this point, and it's time for her to understand that you can't just go anywhere and do anything and it's gonna be okay. You feel me? Like, it's too much. I don't want nobody else asking her for no interview, because at the end of the day, if all you want to do is sit here and get greased up about how great you are and whatever, girl, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. We already don't want to see this fight. And now you want to threaten everybody who says something you don't like in an interview. We don't want to. What are we watching her for? Like, honestly, what are we watching her for? What are we getting from her at this point? You know, it's sad because people used to root for her. Yeah, I remember Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you. Like, yeah, we were. Not anymore. Because now you done got so full of yourself. You've got so full of yourself. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Pride definitely comes before the fall. Pride definitely, like this girl pumping herself up so bad, the fall is gonna be inglorious. It's gonna be loud, ugly. It's gonna be so bad because she's done so much and she's going so far with everything that she's done. And she wants to, I don't know if y'all know, but like she had invited Krishan Rock to train with her or whatever. And she gonna tell Krishan Rock to stay away from Blueface. And it's like, girl, according to you, because she slapped Alicia Baumgartner for speaking on her relationship, right? Allegedly, Krishan has a baby with Blueface. How's she gonna stay away from him? And who are you to tell her what to do? You slapping folks for speaking on your relationship. You cussing folks out for speaking on your relationship. You going on a live rant about, Miss Shyneka regarding your relationship. So what makes it different for you that you can speak to Krishan about her relationship? You see what I'm saying? The hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. It's ridiculous. I don't get it. Like, who does she think she is, y'all? I'm just saying, time and karma will show her that she is no better than anybody else. And it's gonna be ugly, y'all. I'm telling you. Every day that goes by, she's in the blogs for something. At this point, I'm sure she's created a revenue stream and she realizes that even bad attention is attention, so it gets views and clicks and stuff. But at some point, you got to be tired of the shenanigans yourself. Because I know for certain I am. But it has to be some people that's out here calling it out. And shout out to all the channels that really see it for what it is and call it out. Like, shout out to everybody who just really be putting it to her. Like, I don't get down and dirty with it because again, I shared with y'all that I am a professional and that this is a case study for me at this point. So I'm not gonna get as crazy as I could with it because oh yeah, there's levels to it. Definitely could go all in, but that's not the purpose of this channel. Okay, this is to go a little deeper, give a different perspective, deeper perspective, and to discuss what we're seeing here. Okay, so at any rate, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna boycott her or not? Miss Shyneka go way back. I remember her for being one of the media personalities that was covering Remy case when she got incarcerated. Yeah, yeah. Like Miss Shyneka has been doing this for a very long time before anybody even knew who Claressa Shields was. And that's what I'm saying. Like the disrespect is crazy. Like the disrespect is crazy. It don't make no sense why you got to be so disrespectful. You disrespectful to Remy. You disrespectful to your fellow boxers. You disrespectful to strangers on the street. Like you disrespectful to hosts that don't, what I'm saying, say things you want. I remember when she was on Melissa Ford's podcast and Melissa was scared to ask the girl questions for real. I'm like, Melissa, why you even? I'm like, do you have security or what? I mean, Melissa Ford was afraid to ask her anything, and she said something to the effect like, trying not to piss Claressa off. Basically, is what she was trying to say nicely, you know. And I remember in that interview when she was talking about when Claressa was talking about Papoose having hands and fighting 50. Melissa was like, "Oh, Pap has hands. I didn't know." Like she trying not to offend the girl because she don't want her to all off and hit her. Like this is the foolery that I'm talking about. Like you so unhinged and so unprofessional that people are scared to really give you um real questions for real. They scared to talk to you. And does she think that's a good thing though? Like I don't know if she thinks that's a good thing. I don't know if she realizes it or not. Maybe she does think it's a good thing. And I think that's why she is threatening people because before she went off on Mz Shyneka, she did threaten to say she's not letting nothing slide anymore. So that's pretty much like a warning to other hosts of shows that if you want her on your show, you better steer clear of her relationship with Papoose. How she tried to conspire and put together a fight between Pap and 50, that's a dangerous game to be playing. Girl, I'm telling you, because let me tell you something about 50. 50 got hands. Like, he was a Golden Gloves. Like, I don't know what Pap hands can do. I just know that people from New York have spoken about 50, and they was like, yeah, he's that dude. You understand what I'm saying? And here's another thing that I got from that. When she was trying to pick a fight between 50 and Papoose like she was, I wouldn't do that to my husband. Like, I don't want my husband fighting with nobody. I wouldn't be putting him up for no fight. You understand? I don't care if I know he can beat him or not, because I love my husband and I don't want my husband doing anything that could land him in any kind of trouble. I don't want my husband doing anything that he can get hurt in, because even if he win a fight, again, in a fight, you have to take punches just like you have to give them. You understand? So I'm not trying to put my husband in a situation like where he fights somebody. And then with 50 Cent, we know his personality. People have spoken even before the whole Pap and Claressa situation even occurred. People have spoken about 50 and his hands and his capabilities in that regard, right? On top of that, the man got shot 9 times and survived. I mean, leave him alone, okay? Like, leave 50 alone. If 9 bullets couldn't take that man out, why do you think Papoose can? Girl, oh my God. She don't think past her ego. She don't think past her insecurities. That's the problem. She don't think past them. She just so busy. It's kind of like Claressa just want to win the spar, if you will. Like sparring, she just want to win so bad. And it's like, girl, stop applying concepts of the ring to life. That's not how it works. And 50 bodyguards is serious business. Right. I heard that about 50's bodyguard. Like, first of all, Pat would be just slaughtered before he can even look at 50. Okay. Because now you could have potentially put a target on Papooses back. There have been times where people, like, okay, celebrities don't fight each other per se. Their crew get involved and mess somebody up. You see what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me that you so-called love this man, but you potentially putting him in danger with your mouth? That's why Papoose is ignorant. And he had the nerve to say the woman that you with is a reflection of you. If he really believed that, why in the hell is he with Claressa? I think he just say stuff just to sound like he's smart. He say stuff just because he heard somebody else say, "Oh, that sound good. I'm gonna say it too." Like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, who do you think you talking to? Sir, if a woman is a reflection of the man, look at what you have. You got a clown out here. You got somebody who don't know how to interact with people, because there's going to be conflict, right? There's not going to always be a time where people are necessarily nice to you, which I don't feel like anybody's been mean to Claressa. I really don't. But there's going to be time when controversy happens, right? And this is how she decides to handle it. So does that same logic apply to you in which Claressa is a reflection of you? Because if that's the case, what does it say about you? Okay. That's why I say, honey, you have to watch what people say and do. Because everybody always like, oh, Papoose so lyrical, he's so smart, blah, blah, blah. But look how he moving though. Look how he moving. It's the opposite of what people thought of him. He always trying to sound all intelligent while looking silly as hell. Don't he look crazy? You know what? It's so funny because he was more seen than heard, right? And now that he's being heard, it's like, ooh, we were bamboozled, Remy, why you had to do us like that, yo? Like, Remy, why you had to like make us think all of this stuff about Papoose only to then pull back the curtain and we like, ooh, girl, you should have just left us alone with this. You see what I'm saying? Like, Remy, why you do this to us? Girl, I guess Remy was like, I'm tired of dealing with this on my own. Y'all got to share it with me. Shout out to Remy. I like Remy, period. I like her. Do I agree with everything? No, because there's been wrongdoing on both sides. Let me be clear. I'm not biased to wrong and right because if somebody's wrong, they're just wrong. You know, I will speak on this though with the easy to block captain situation. Should she have dealt with him? No. But what I do believe, and this is just my observation, I don't know these people at all. Okay. But this is what I think happened. I think she wanted the marriage over. I think that Remy was done with Papoose. She's told him that he wouldn't leave her home. Because, see, when you're married, you can't just put your husband out. You can't just put your wife out. Even if you're not married, I know in Georgia, say you live together with somebody, y'all can be friends. Y'all ain't even got to be in a romantic situation. If they've been in your home for a certain amount of time, that means they have residence there, and you can't just put them out when y'all get mad. They have 30 days. You have to file a formal eviction, and they have 30 days, and it has to go through the courts properly to formally evict someone, right? So if you can be in a situation that's not legally binding, like a marriage, and it be that tough, then of course people be like, oh well, she cheated with Easy and they were still together. Do I think she should have done that? No, but I think what happened is she wanted him gone. He wouldn't leave, and she was like, well, maybe if I go on and cheat, he'll get on somewhere. Nope. That's why Claressa bringing it up is foolish. Because guess what? Guess what? He was still there, boo. Papoose was still there. So you bringing up Easy don't mean nothing. Because if that was the last straw for Pap, he would have been gone. Okay. So that's why I say she say things like it's supposed to matter or something, and it really does not. Unfortunately for her, it does not matter. The easy to block captain joint shouldn't have happened, Remy. And I think she knows that now. You feel me? She says she's single. Okay. So that tells me that if she's single, she's not with Easy either. So stop bringing him up, Claressa, because for one, Pat was still with Remy after that. For two, she ain't with him no more. She made that clear in her interview with Angie Martinez. So when she was in the Mz Shyneka interview talking about some, oh yeah, she got somebody she's with that she big about. Is she talking about Easy? And if she not talking about Easy, who is she talking about? How does she know? You see what I'm saying? Because Remy said she was single, baby. She said she was single. So what are you talking about? Hmm? You feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like you have to, the people who, I told you, she reminded me of Donald Trump, y'all. You know how Donald Trump just say everything and then like Fox News or whoever, they be like just rocking with everything he say without looking at anything else. That's her fans remind me of that. Her fans, she's Donald Trump and her fans is Fox News, bro. Like that's the way I see it. Okay. And what she says, it just doesn't even make sense. It's like she wake up in the morning and be like, all right, what fresh hell can I unleash today that's gonna have the folks talking about me? That's what she do every day. Because every day is something different. Every day. And I was wondering if she was gonna make any reference to or say anything to, in regards to what happened at the barbecue. If y'all didn't know, Angie Martinez, who's also a radio personality, had a barbecue at Coney Island in Brooklyn. where Papoose is from. Remy was walking just fine, okay? And she performed and everything. And she said Pap's name in her "Why You Effing Lying" diss and everything. Okay. I thought Clarissa was gonna make mention of that. I think the only thing she said was um another clout chaser or something to that effect. What days and time are you on live normally? So Sherry, I'm a wife, a mother, I work full time, and I'm in school. So it's random when I go live, unfortunately. I try to do Sundays though. Like Sundays around 2 is what I tried to do. But it depends on what's going on. I will I will try to get a schedule, but it's just hard. And I just hopped on tonight because I was gonna do a video about this, but it's just like doing those videos, y'all. Like people want to come down on content creators, but doing those videos is challenging because you got all these clips and stuff you got to put together and stuff. This is my first time here, and I sub. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. I really look. I don't have many subscribers, y'all, but I appreciate every last one that subscribed because my channel is fairly new. Like I started doing this like last year, and then I started doing school, so it's like I stopped it. But I started back about a month ago. But I really enjoy doing this because again, it's in line with my field of study, and I like talking to people. So anybody who subscribe or whatever, I appreciate y'all. Y'all put my name out there, get my name out there. If you have other people that you think would enjoy the content, share my page with them. You feel me? Like, let's build a community. I really do want to build a community because I really feel like we have to kind of get to the real sometimes. And that's missing sometimes in media. It's definitely missing in media, like mainstream. But in our community, we can get to the real and we can talk about stuff that we want to talk about. Yeah, I saw that whole thing. Okay, you saw the rap, Sherry, the performance that Remy did when she said Pap name. But yeah, I mean, Remy tired. Like she tired of this. And I'm tired for her. Imagine this is your life. And this is the mess. This the mess that's going on. You got somebody doing fatal attraction type, stuff with you. Your so-called husband is not protecting you from it. You see, he's using this girl to get at you. Do I what? Do you give? Do I give what? I don't know what you're saying right there. I don't know if it got cut off. Let us know. Let you know. Let you know what. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, Sherry. I don't know if he's getting cut off on my screen, but I see that you said, "Do you give not?" And then you said, "Let us know." So let me know what you're saying so I can answer your question. But I couldn't imagine being in her position. She's handling it well, in my opinion. She's handling it better than a lot of people would have. Clarissa could never. Like if they were like if the roles was reversed and Clarissa was the wife who did everything and the husband trying to take her half her money, she wouldn't be able to handle it. I ain't no telling what Clarissa be done by now. And then let me say this, and then I gotta go. But if you see how Papoose is doing Remy, why don't you think he'd do the same thing? I will watch Naughty, Mr. Skinny, Boxing Ego, and more. I love Boxing Ego. Shout out to Boxing Ego. He is so funny. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Boxing Ego is the reason why I started back doing my channel. I ain't gonna lie. Boxing Ego, like he popped up on my feed one day. He had me laughing so hard. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get back on my channel because he reminded me of why I like doing this. And I was like, I gotta figure it out. I don't know Naughty, but I do know Mr. Skinny. Mr. Skinny is funny too. Mr. Skinny, like I'm gonna tell y'all, Mr. Skinny, he be like, Rissa, you stupid. And then Boss and he gonna be like, huh, Rissa. Like they funny to me. I'm sorry. And like they make light of the situation a lot of time and stuff like that, which is cool. Um, but yeah, I watch them. I watch Anonymous T. She funny. Who else I watch? I watch Pillow Talker. I like her as well. Um, who else that covers Clarissa? Oh, you know who else I like? E-Man the Future. Do you know E-Man the Future? I like him too. He funny too. And this is what I want to say too. A lot of guys are covering this Clarissa Shields stuff, and even the guys are not in favor of what's going on with Papoose. Like a lot of the guys are like, what is he doing? Who else be eating them up? Two Tone the Superstar. He funny too. Um, who else? I watch a lot of different ones. Um, Big Keys. I watch him too. So yeah, I watch other content creators. I do. And from all the content creators that I've seen, everybody is pretty much on the same wave when it comes to this. Like everybody's on the same wave. But y'all, I don't know if any of them is saying that we need to start boycotting Clarissa Shields yet, but I'm saying it. I'm saying it's time to cut this because it's too much, y'all. It's just too much. It's way too much. And yeah, so before I get out of here, because I have to go pick up my child from work in a little bit. But y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, get my name out there. If y'all like my content and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you think others will like it, please share this information with them. The Yara effect. And I appreciate it. Like I really do. You answer it when you be on live Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, Sundays around 2. That's when I try to go live. But when something like this happen, y'all, I might jump on. So if you guys subscribe, what I'll try to do is instead of just jumping right on, I'll try to set a time and then I'll come on at that time when I figure out like I want to do a live on something. Oh yeah, Punch Drunk. Punch Drunk is funny too. Punch Drunk, he's funny. He called her Shanae Shields. Like he funny. And then he had me cracking up when he was drinking the Remy Martin bottles. That listen, he funny too. Punch Drunk is funny. Keeping it real. Yeah. Like I don't see any content creators that are not keeping it real. All of them to me, right? Like Clarissa, that's why Clarissa don't like the content creators, but want to be one at the same time. Anyway, a lot of people keep it real, and a lot of people be trying to give her advice, and she don't want it. She don't want it, y'all. And it's like, listen, if I could like coach Clarissa, I would try so hard to break that shell. Battle Truth, yes. Battle Truth is hilarious. The gavel, come on, y'all. He funny. I'm so sorry. Battle Truth is hilarious. The first time I saw that man, I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I was like, this man is funny. So I watch him too. Yeah, I watch all of the ones, the big names. Pink Mafia. I do watch some of Pink Mafia. That's the one with the pink phone, right? I do watch some of Pink Mafia. Um, who else? I'm missing somebody. Nala says the Blue Heart Gang. I watch her sometimes. Um, yeah, I'm pretty well versed. Thank you. No, thank you, man. Like I'm saying, like I appreciate this. I appreciate y'all interacting with me. I'll see you again soon. Okay, Sherry. I'm about to get out of here too, y'all. Again, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share. Y'all come back with me, watch my videos, shorts. Give me what y'all thoughts are, y'all. It's a conversation. It's not a one way. Y'all let me know what y'all got, and I'll talk to y'all later.